Alright, hello everyone. We are setting up here for hole number 4 of the expert tournament for Earth Day, and just kind of resetting my bag a little bit, kind of playing to my strength. You can see this is the one hole where rough might come into play, so I just kind of show you kind of having an off-roader, just kind of what it looks like. It can be very similar to this Razor here 7, but since my Nirvana is just kind of slowly developing on this bag, it's just kind of, the strategic move to just kind of keep a little bit of extra distance, barely giving up any accuracy. It's still going to play 2 per ring, more or less, out of the rough at max club, give or take. So just wanted to mention that, as this is the first hole where, well, I don't know what the wind's going to be. If it's downwind enough, I will go for the hook shot around the corner. The hook shot around the corner is going to be very risky, because if your first bounce, for example, does not hit the fairway, then you're going to put yourself in a tight spot. So, yep. And there you see it is downwind. It is pointed a little bit to the right, very similarly to how you saw in Masters. I am going to try to go around the corner, because why not? So here you're just going to see me. I am going to put on a side spin ball. The one thing that I want to make sure foremost is that my second hop is going to be, over the bunker, over the rough. So here you're just going to see me maybe 2 top plus side spin. We are going to go right around 3 bullseyes for my adjustment, which is a little bit of an over adjustment, which I'm okay with. Like I said, foremost, wow, I did not expect it to be that much of an over adjustment. I mean, I should have only been off by half a bullseye. Man, so it must have to do a little bit about it being such a side wind that, it just kind of resisted coming back a bit. So, I would not recommend overplay. The reason that I did an overplay for my first attempt is it's basically death if you don't hit the fairway on your first stop. So I did want to, with my first adjustment, make sure that it's away from the rough. And I knew that 3 bullseyes, like 3 entire targets, would be enough. But it shouldn't have been off by more than half a bullseye. Maybe that was only half a bullseye. I hit on the right center. Yeah, probably should have played it more spot up, 2.5. Basically put myself in a death spot here today. I do think it is recoverable, technically. I'm going to kind of back right spin here. I'll just kind of show you how to maneuver your way out of this more than anything. So I'm trying to land it on the front of the green, for instance, with a full hook. Just a tiny bit of extra power. Just a little bit too much, but not the end of the world. All I was trying to do was barely get onto the fairway, and I just hit the rough. As you can see, it was enough that, I would easily make that pitch anyway, so not the end of the world. I usually go roughly around 28-ish rings, 25 to 28 rings there for the adjustment. And it seems like, especially, well, not 28 rings, but 28 bullseye targets. So if I'm aiming off the right of my bullseye, then I want the right of my bullseye to be 28. So it's essentially moving 23 rings from where the center target is, which is relatively spot on for the adjustment. As you can see, it was a little bit of an over adjustment. I might have just been overplaying the wind from the get-go, but like I said, I was only trying to land it right around this front of the fringe here, and I would have been happy with the result, as it would have had a lot of right momentum anyway. But as you can see, this would be a straightforward pitch from here. If I were to play it, it would be about a 2-ringer, maybe 3. So if you're center, you would only need to adjust 3 rings, keep it inside the hole like that, and nothing but cub. So no real problem with that hole. I'm just going to go ahead and forfeit out there and move on to the next hole. And good luck with that hole. Like I said, I am taking a little bit more of the aggressive approach. If you wanted to, play more of a safe, straight out in the fairway approach, you can do that as well. But you can, I just want you to be aware that you can get it around that corner, and if you do it just right, you will have a short iron in hand, and you will be very much more likely than the person laying back to the sniper range. So keep that in mind, and good luck with that hole, and be on the lookout for an update tomorrow, as I kind of took myself out of that hole entirely. But if you want to see a very similar shot, you can kind of see the way that I played my Masters tournament. The wind is very similar. I was surprised to see that they were almost identical. And you can kind of see how I went about doing that hole. So good luck there, and like I said, be on the lookout for tomorrow for my correction for that hole. And aside from that, good luck, and see you guys on the next hole.